Chinua Achebe was born on November 16, 1930, in Ajadi, Nigeria, into a family deeply rooted in the Igbo culture. From a young age, he was surrounded by the rich oral traditions of his people. These tales sparked a fascination within him, igniting a passion for storytelling. Achebe listened intently as his grandmother recounted folk tales under the stars, igniting in him a dream to one day weave his own narratives. As colonial influences began to seep into his community, he found himself at a crossroads, torn between the stories of his ancestors and the new, foreign narratives of Western literature. This cultural tension would later fuel his writing, driving him to explore and reclaim the complexities of African identity. Achebe pursued his education at University College, Ibadan, where he was introduced to English literature and the works of writers like Charles Dickens and William Faulkner. However, he quickly realized that these narratives often overlooked the richness of African cultures and experiences. This epiphany was a turning point. Achebe recognized a profound need for authentic African voices in literature. Determined to fill this void, he began to write stories that reflected his people's realities, drawing from his own experiences and cultural heritage. He penned his first short stories, capturing the nuances of Igbo life, and challenged the dominant narratives that perpetuated stereotypes about Africa. His early writings not only laid the foundation for his future works, but also served as a clarion call for other African writers to embrace their identities and share their stories. In 1958, Achebe published Things Fall Apart, a novel that would forever change the landscape of African literature. The story of Okonkwo, a proud Igbo leader whose life unravels amid the arrival of British colonialists, resonated with readers across the globe. Achebe skillfully wove traditional Igbo storytelling techniques with modern literary forms, creating a narrative that was both accessible and profound. As readers turned the pages, they were transported into the heart of Igbo culture, experiencing the beauty of its customs and the pain of its disruption. Things Fall Apart quickly gained acclaim, becoming a staple in classrooms worldwide and establishing Achebe as a literary giant. The novel not only showcased the depth of African narratives, but also invited readers to engage with the complexities of colonialism and its consequences on identity and culture. Beyond his fiction, Achebe emerged as a critical voice on the global stage. His essays and critiques addressed the representation of Africa in literature and the responsibilities of African writers. In The African Writer and the English Language, Achebe challenged the notion that African authors should write in a colonial tongue to be taken seriously. Instead, he advocated for the use of indigenous languages and styles, emphasizing the importance of cultural authenticity. Achebe's essays were passionate calls to action, urging writers to embrace their heritage and tell their own stories. His writings sparked conversations about the role of literature in shaping cultural identity, positioning him as a guiding force for a generation of African writers seeking to navigate the complexities of post-colonial narratives. Despite his success, Achebe faced significant challenges throughout his career. His outspoken critique of political corruption in Nigeria and his call for social justice often put him at odds with those in power. As Nigeria grappled with civil unrest and instability, Achebe's writings became increasingly poignant. He used his platform to shed light on the injustices faced by ordinary Nigerians, emphasizing the need for accountability and transparency in leadership. Despite threats and criticism, Achebe remained resolute, using his voice to advocate for a better future. His unwavering commitment to truth and justice inspired a generation of activists and writers, demonstrating that literature could serve as a powerful tool for social change and resistance against oppression. As Things Fall Apart gained international acclaim, Achebe became a global literary icon, invited to speak at prestigious events and universities around the world. His insights on culture, identity, and the power of storytelling resonated with diverse audiences, fostering a deeper understanding of the African experience. During his travels, Achebe encountered fellow writers and thinkers who shared his passion for social justice and cultural preservation. He forged connections with influential figures in literature, creating a network of advocates for African narratives. Through lectures and discussions, Achebe championed the importance of representation in literature, inspiring countless writers to embrace their identities and share their stories on the world stage. Achebe's literary journey was not just about storytelling, it was about resistance. He became a vocal advocate for social justice, using his writing to address the issues plaguing Nigeria and the African continent. In his later works, he tackled themes of corruption, leadership, and the struggle for cultural integrity, reflecting the challenges faced by his nation. Through poignant essays and thought-provoking narratives, Achebe called for accountability and encouraged citizens to take an active role in shaping their future. His commitment to justice and equality served as a rallying cry for activists, reminding them that literature could ignite movements and inspire change. Achebe's voice became synonymous with the fight for a more just and equitable society. In his later years, Achebe continued to explore themes of identity and belonging. He wrote memoirs and additional novels that delved into the complexities of modern Nigeria, addressing the legacies of colonialism and the challenges of post-colonial identity. His reflections were deeply personal, capturing the nuances of his experiences and the evolution of his understanding of African identity. Achebe's writings became a bridge between generations, connecting the struggles of the past with the aspirations of the future. Through his lens, readers gained insights into the ongoing quest for cultural authenticity and the importance of preserving heritage in a rapidly changing world. Chinua Achebe passed away on March 21, 2013, but his legacy endures. He is remembered not only as a master storyteller but as a cultural critic who illuminated the complexities of African identity. His works continue to inspire writers and thinkers, reminding us of the importance of representation and authenticity in literature. Achebe's influence can be seen in the writings of contemporary African authors who carry forward his vision, ensuring that the stories of Africa are told with honesty and pride. His life's work serves as a testament to the power of storytelling in shaping culture, inspiring generations to embrace their identities and share their truths. Chinua Achebe's impact extends beyond the pages of his books. It lives on in the hearts and minds of those he inspired. His commitment to cultural authenticity and social justice resonates in movements advocating for the representation of African voices in literature and beyond. Many educational institutions have embraced his works, incorporating Things Fall Apart into curricula worldwide, ensuring that his story and messages endure. In his honor, numerous literary awards and initiatives have been established to celebrate African literature and support emerging writers. Achebe's legacy serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration, reminding us that every story matters and that the fight for cultural integrity and social justice continues.